Hi, this is Lori from the Paint Girly channel. I'm just sitting here fiddling around. I'm looking at the clock and I'm thinking, oh, yeah, I got a few minutes here. And before you know it, it's showtime. Just trying to decide a little something to do for a little bit of a warm up. And Happy New Year, everyone. For those that might be coming in or watching the replay, 2023. And I've shown this little book in my stream on New Year's Eve day. And I thought, well, maybe I can treat some of these pages uh, while I sit here and warm up a little bit, get my juices flowing. And there's Kathy. How you feeling, Kathy? Cue music, and here's Lori. Da, 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 da. Hi, Barbara. Hello, Pam. Hello, Sophia. Sophia can't stay long. Oh, it's late where she is. Thanks for popping in, though. We appreciate that. Stephanie G, hugs to you. All right. I really don't want to get out any paint and all that jazz, but see, I like the pages I did in this other little one, but I did watercolor. And of course, my jelly plate is, dirty. Let me flip it. Let me do the flip. I wonder how, well, I guess I'm going to need some kind of a brush. Hold on. Maybe this brush. Because I'm really not too concerned about colors, really. I'm just going to mush something in there. And I'm thinking watercolor because the pages will dry quicker. Hi, Mina. Nice to see you. All right. I want to get out my Derwents because, hi, Nettie, they dry quickly. Because not dry quickly. When they dry, they're permanent. So then whatever I do in this little book going forward, I can just, slap other stuff on there. And it's not going to really move at all. Now I just have to find my little, oh, there it is, my little sprayer. This may not work. I'm going to try it. Anywho, I'm pooped, girls. Pooped. So tired. I'm not super prepared tonight, but I was cleaning up my desk and I was watching a replay, Janet Young's, because I fell asleep during her stream. And I felt bad about that, but I just couldn't keep my little eyes open. And I think one year I tried the scavenger hunt, and I did quite a few pages. See, now this is really beaten up on this plate. So this may not work. Let's just see. And whoa, that's a muddy mess. I think it's the colors I chose. Perhaps. Or I have see, I have some pencil on there. That probably didn't help. Hi, Nashwa. And I did the scavenger hunt, I know one year, but I didn't follow through. I didn't finish. And I thought, there's really no reason why I can't try to do that again. So I decided I'm going to try. And this time I'm going to try to complete it. Oh, that's better. This isn't quite wide enough. Hey, that looks kind of cool, right? What happens if you close the page? So good evening to everyone. Good day. Good afternoon. I should get my heat gun out, but oh well. So is anybody else tired? I'm so tired. I didn't want to get up this morning. I didn't want to. I had to really make myself move. All right, I need a paper towel. Methinks I need a paper towel. If I can figure out where. Oh, here's some. So I did put some of my stuff away, but I didn't put everything away. Oh, what's Barbara say here? I had no self-confidence I could do a I had no self-confidence I could do the scavenger hunt. Janet Young was so supportive, and I did it. Look good for you. All right. My problem is I just, sometimes I'm all over the map and I'm doing a lot of different stuff because I like to do a lot of different things. And then I forget. There's Dana. Hi, Dana. I forget. So I'm going to try not to forget. But when I gotten this little book out to show in my stream on Friday, I thought this is a cute little number. Why don't I get some pages going in here? So I thought I'd just do this for a little bit. There's Chris. Hi, Chris. Nice to see everyone this evening. So what I've got here is just my Inktense, my small little travel sets, and they're watercolor. Nettie, you love doing it? Yeah, I mean, it's not that I didn't have fun. It's just that I just didn't have the follow through. Plain and simple. And the book that I'm going to use is one that I showed on my stream on Friday, made from a magazine. It doesn't have 100 pages, but see, I'm going to try to combine things too, so I don't have to have the 100 pages. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So I think that'll be good. I'm going to move this water jug I have here in a little bit. And you know what? It's not really, for me, it's not about the prize, really. Hey, there's Mitzi. Hi, Mitz. It's just having the experience and seeing what you can do with the items that Janet has on the list. You know, posting them, seeing whatever others are doing. Like a group project. Is Penny here? Hi, Penny. Nice to see you. Good evening. All right, I'm not going to do a lot of these because I don't know how long. So I figured tonight I would try to do a cover for my scavenger hunt. Now, I just, I was on the phone with my son for quite a while this evening, and I don't know, he was on his way to Lowe's, and we were chatting. Hubby was making dinner and all that jazz, you know. So I didn't get done what I wanted to get done or needed to get done for tonight, but that's okay. And my hubby did drill holes in some of you might remember the book I was putting together with the coffee dyed pages, the little like composition type pages. He drilled the holes for me. But now I'm not sure what kind of cover I want to put on it. I think maybe a denim cover, but I think I want it to be a little more stable. So we're going to have a look at that. We'll just take a quick peek. I'll just do a few more of these. So we've got quite a few in here already, so that's cool. Cool, cool, cool. Okay, Sophia says, I have the same on IG. I'm thinking it was at least 6 years ago when she did it. I guess that's a scavenger hunt. Can't remember exactly. It was the second year she did it, and it was before my 5-year-old was born. Cool. You know, sometimes I do all these crazy pages and then I think they're a bit much. Maybe I should do a plain one now and then. You know, not all the different crazy colors. Maybe just a little bit of yeller. Let's try a little yeller. It's not bad. That's not bad. So my husband goes out several days a week to what we call card club. He plays different games, and he's got friends there, mostly women. Because let's face it, at our age, in a 55 plus community, mostly women here. So he was thinking he was going to have his girlfriends come for dinner sometime this week while we still had the Christmas decorations up. But we had the family here, the whole gang. Well, not all of them, but mostly the whole gang here yesterday. And we're both, and he does most of the work, but we're both beat. Who did I miss? Jacqueline's here. There's Angie Brown. Hi, Angie. Jacqueline, hello. I missed you coming in. I didn't see you come in. And he said earlier today, I think I'll wait a couple of weeks. I think I'm going to wait a couple of weeks. I said, I don't blame you. We need to recover. See, we're not kids and we're not kids anymore. Okay, I think that's enough of that for now. I can continue this another time. So that's just a little bit of a warm up. So that's an easy way to put something of a kind of a background on your pages. Just take some watercolor. If you have a jelly plate, you certainly could splash it on, brush it on, sponge it on. But if you're going to do other things on top, like glue or maybe other paint or use some other kind of liquidy product, keep in mind you want to use a watercolor that's not going to, and you know what, you might not care if it moves. But just be aware that if you use a regular watercolor and put any kind of medium on top, it's going to move. Kellyanne, hello, hello. Kellyanne, I'm not sure if I know you, but I saw you in Dee Dee's earlier, and I like to say welcome, welcome. Thanks for coming in. All right, so I'm going to put this aside. Let me show you. Where did I put? Some of you will recall that I glued these pages together, right? And I used my binder clips. Well, they worked pretty good. It was nice to see you, Safia. Have a good evening. I'm assuming you're going to get some rest. Hey, Malia. Hi, Gail. So they glued together pretty well, and then I had hubby drill them. Now, I don't want to take my clips off because I want them, now I did open them up. Now, I don't know if any of the pages would come loose. I didn't mess around with it because I figured if I got them together like this and then he drilled them, I could stitch them. But now I'm thinking I want, you know, maybe not a paper cover. Oh, what did I do to my phone? I've always got my phone open and it gets me in trouble, and then I dial people I don't mean to dial. So this is a piece of denim that I was thinking of using, and then I want to leave a little bit to have some kind of a wraparound because I don't know what I'm going to do with it. So I was thinking I would stitch it maybe here. Well, I might stitch around the whole thing, but maybe I'll put a piece of cardstock paper inside to give this a little stability. I think I have somewhere some fusible web stuff, if that's what you call it, but I don't know. I don't know where I have it. So this, And then I was trying to find the Shannon Green video that I saw this idea. I want to see what kind of stitch she does on the spine. But then I was thinking, maybe I don't think I want the spine. Well, see, it's going to have stitches around it. So I don't know if I just don't know about this one yet, but at least it's drilled. Could be my stitching. Yeah, but I'm not going to use this one for my scavenger hunt, Pam. But I hear you. I have a plan for that one already. Kellyanne says, Lori, if you scroll up, I wrote you a little note. She wrote me a little note. Okay, hold on. Let me see. I'm terrible at finding things when I scroll back up, Kellyanne, but let me try. Oh my gosh. And I see Angie sneezing her head off. Do 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 do. Was it back far? Oh, there. Hello, it must be after hello, everyone, right? All right, so there's Kellyanne's hello, everyone. I don't know why this is so hard for me. When I scroll back. There you say hello, Chris. You know what, Kellyanne? I don't see it. And then I see if you scroll up, I wrote you a little note. Is it before you said hi to everyone? I have such a hard time with this. I think there's something wrong with it. Unless it's not showing up for some reason. I'll have to look later, Kellyanne, because I'm not finding it. I had this trouble once before, and everybody in chat was saying, I can see it, but I couldn't see it. Oh, Philly. Oh, I hope it's okay that I look later. And then I did ask Kathy how she was feeling, but I don't know if I saw a response. Chat was moving pretty before the hello. Okay, sweetie, let me go back there. There's hello, everyone. And I see Pam. I feel like Pixanne, her name was. I see Chris, I see Angie, I see Barbara, Nettie, Chris. Oh, there's Jacqueline. Mitzi, Sophia, Nettie, Mina, Gail. Man, I'll be darned, I don't see it. Penny. Gail says she did the hunt in 2019. Gosh, I'm all the way back. I don't see it. Dana has come in. Nashwa. Oh, I'm so sorry. I don't see it. I'll try to keep a better eye on. Okay, Ange. It's in all caps. I know. I'm looking, but I don't see it. I got to get moving on here. Did you make the note too? Oh, that's a thought. If it's a longer note, maybe if you see it, can you maybe cut like glue copy and paste it in again, Kellyanne? Oh, I'm so sorry. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do my scavenger hunt in. So this is just a magazine. Look, I'm already collecting stuff. Here's my envelope. I'm going to use the envelope as a tip-in. Double duty tip-in. Thank you, Gail. At least I know I'm not going crazy. And look, I've got planner stuff. I got one of Peggy's pockets right there. So I'm starting to, oh, I didn't glue that down. I hope I glued, maybe I didn't glue any of these pages down. Oh, look. I'll have to address that. But I thought tonight I would work on the cover. Barbara doesn't see it either. See, I don't know what happened. Maybe it was too long. Anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to gesso on top of this. Kind of knock some of this back. And then I think I'm going to do some stamping on it, like maybe some script. And then figure out some kind of wording. Thanks for helping me look, girls. I appreciate that. I'm sorry, Kellyanne. I don't know what happened. I don't know. It's very curious, for sure. All right, I need something that I want to put. Is this long enough to maybe? That might work. So I'm just going to paint on some gesso. Now, this is a really slick surface, but that shouldn't matter with the gesso, right? I think the gesso should stick to it. Gosh, I've been so thirsty the last couple of days. All right, let's see here. So how is everyone? Did everyone have a nice New Year celebration? I probably should not stick my brush in there. I'm thinking. Maybe, oh, yeah, this is the heavier stuff. So let me see if I can loosen this up a bit. So I did have a nap today, so I could stay awake this evening. Oh, look, I've got our address there. I keep doing that. What is wrong with me? I didn't know if there was any mail today, so I put some mail in the box, but I think probably the post office. Now, my son said they were delivering packages, but I don't know if they did mail. Ange has been in bed. Well, you were getting a cold or something, weren't you, Ange? Gail ate too much. Well, Gail, just get back to your plan there, girlfriend. One day's not going to, no mail today. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Hey, there's Ray D. Ray, how are you? It's so nice to see you. Now, sometimes when I do the gesso, I don't know. Like, well, this is a different type of application. Like, some of the girls scrape it on. It looks really cool. I don't really ever get that kind of an effect, even when I'm trying to. I don't know if I can cover this up. Put that on thicker right there. Cover up our address. I'm going to need the heat gun. And then I was thinking about I'm trying to remember if I have any kind of a stencil where I could stencil on the letters. Let's say scavenger hunt and put the year on it. In the year 2023. So I'm going to challenge myself to try to be clever and combine some of the prompts. And then when I was looking and it said she has on their white page. If it's all white, nothing will show up. Monkey Mary, hello. Monkey says, hello, ladies. I'm just watching and getting to know everyone. I don't have a channel. I started watching the Canadian Artisan Carol with Anne and Aunt Beck, which led me to everyone else. That's cool. Nice to have you here, Mary. I've seen your name around. I have to watch Carol's stream over. I think it was Carol. Yeah. She was doing some kind of because my family was here. She was doing, I don't think it was Ann, I think it was Carol. She was doing some kind of something on spindles or something. I don't know. My son-in-law's like, what is she doing? I'm like, I don't know. I gotta watch it later. Okay, I'm gonna use my heat gun, see if I can dry this up a little. Well, a lot. I'm gonna dry it up hopefully a lot because I'm gonna stamp on this. Okay, Barbara had to check on her rice. Quality control, always good. Oh, it was so, yeah, the wrap up was really, I was kind of nervous and it was really quick and we had some issues with sound and so it was okay. But I'm going to be putting up, yeah, I wasn't sure what kind of, okay, here's Kellyanne said, all right, let me first say, it wasn't sure what kind of spindles Carol used, but they sure looked cool. So I have to have a look at that. Kellyanne says, Lori, the note just said, thank you for all you did. Oh, it was my pleasure. Streamathon helped me meet so many new people, and I'm just so excited to have so many new people. Oh, Kellyanne, that's wonderful. You're going to love this group. You're going to love it. You're going to love it. I'm so glad you joined in. Because sometimes folks are shy, even though it's on the computer and chatting, sometimes it can be intimidating. Um, but once you push yourself through to do that, and it's really good. It's a good group. A lot of great ideas. Oh, my pleasure. Really, I don't really feel like I did a whole lot, actually. I mean, I was a secretary for years, so, and I've been out of that loop for a long time now, so I think I could have done really better with, I'm not good anymore with, documents and figuring that kind of stuff out. So this still isn't really covering up our address very well. I need to put something on here. Okay, just a little damp, and a little heavier. But I noticed it's not like, I guess I could have done some paint. Or Kellyanne says she's just shut in and YouTube is her going out activity. Well, that's wonderful, Kellyanne. I have a neighbor who's 94 and I keep trying to encourage her to do just that, to get on YouTube and watch maybe some of my streams or some of the others and make some friends. But so far, I haven't been able to get her interested. So it takes time, right? It takes time, and maybe one day I'll get her. I'll get her to join in. But that's wonderful. Yeah. Yeah, sometimes. And now I changed my microphone because I was having trouble with the wrap up. So, hey, there's Marty. Hi, Marty. I can go in and switch it back, but let me know if it continues to be a problem. I don't see, I can't tell that there's anything going not quite right on my end. So, much better. Okay, Mary, great. I'll try not to. Now, see, it's still really thick over here. I need to have that dry before I can stamp on it. This might be okay. Although you can really see quite a bit on there, right? So maybe I'll add some other stuff. I've got plenty of stuff. I just have to kind of get my hands around some stuff that I'm willing to use on there. I don't know if anybody else has the same problems or the same issues. But see, it's just like, okay, so say I want to write something down and remember something. And I'll say, okay, I got to get a piece of paper. Sometimes I can't find a piece of paper near me here. I got a room full of paper, but I can't find one that I'm willing to write a note on because I have a plan for the paper for something else. Okay, I'm sorry, but that is just a little sick, right? Okay, Gail, thanks for popping in. I appreciate it. You have a good evening. It was nice to see you on Monday night, Gail. Gail usually doesn't pop in on Monday nights. So that was a nice little treat. Okay, let's see here. What do I have that I am willing to use? Oh, I'm finding a bunch of stuff over here. Bum, 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 bum. I don't think I want to rip this apart. Look at this. This is, where did I get this? Maybe from Keisha? I don't know if this has got a date on it. You have that disease as well, Barbara? I'm glad to know it's not just me. It's like, I have to say to myself, Lori, that's ridiculous. But it's the way it is. I just can't. Sometimes I just can't stand myself for being that way. All right, let's see here. Here's some paper. Let me just start putting maybe some bits of paper down. I want to put something over top of where see, I'll need these planner pages for inside. So I'm going to put something down there. This is still a little sticky. I wonder if this is. Thank you, Mary. I just switched my nails just before I came on. Our son called and I said, I can't really talk. I'm doing my nails. So I'm not ready. My other color, I just absolutely love my last color, my red ones. But I had that, they stayed on for about 4 weeks and we're just starting to get a little loose. So I took them off last night. It's hard to keep up to say hello to everybody. Very difficult. Okay, what kind of a glue do I want to use? What do I have that's handy? Let me see if I can get this to work. Sometimes my little nozzle. Is Sherry here? Barbara said, Sherry Bing, I've started lots of things, giggle, giggle. I imagine you were asking about the scavenger hunt. I'm presently forming ideas and gathering stuff. How about you? Hi, Sherry. I missed you coming in, my dear. Okay, I'm just going to put, now I've got matte medium in this little, what do they call, I'll remember you by your nails. Whoop, 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 whoop. What do they call this? I don't know, some kind of an applicator, precision applicator. I like the little needle nose applicators. But you really have to, sometimes it can be fiddly because it's so narrow, you know. And if I don't keep a pin in there, now it's got a cap that belongs on it, but I've been having trouble keeping the nozzle clear with that cap. So I think, if I am correct, when Janet Young talks about the scavenger hunt, I think she pretty much says there's really like no rules except to have fun. So I was wondering about, being able to use the front of your book. Hey, Judy. Hi, how are you? Nice to see you. As one of the prompts. Has anybody ever done that? Used the covers, like your back cover and your front cover, as part of the prompts? I guess we could do it, right? Barbara said, I just got my glue applicator at the $1.50 TR, missing the two E's because they're burnt out. And you've been using it forever. You love it, love it, love it. That's wonderful. Why can't you? No rules. That's what I was thinking, Kathy. No rules. And I got to tell you, I probably shouldn't say this, but I think I'm going to try to, I think I'm going to try to draw. Let's see, what number is it? I think I'm going to try to draw men in thongs. Just saying, I think I might try to draw that. Oh yeah, that did stick down because I had some wet. Mitzi said, Miss Barbara, who seems to be on top of things, did Lori say what prompt you? I'm not working on any particular prompt, Mitz. I'm doing the cover, like to give me a base for my cover, but I was wondering if I could use the cover to count as, one or two of the prompts. Snark is being maybe a little more. This is my interpretation. I don't really know what's. For me, snark is you're just being sarcastic, but maybe sarcasm with a little bit of an edge. Like maybe it could be a little off color, could be super nasty. It might have like a little sting to the sarcasm. Let's see what the other girls say. That's what I'm thinking snarky is. I just happened to see your question. That's usually Barbara is right on top of everything. All right. So now when I go to still, oh, look, that's upside down. Let's leave that upside down. I kind of like it. Okay, Ange. I hope you're feeling better. I'm putting that one upside down. You saw it on the scavenger list. Yeah. I have some. Oh, Judy said her cover is drying. She used cardboard insert from a sheet set. Oh, good idea. And then glued white paper on the front and pattern paper inside. The glue is drying now. Wonderful. You think, Barbara? Okay, good. Yeah, that's what I take it. Now, I know Tim Holtz has some of those stamps that are a little snarky, like the cat. There's some kind of snarky cats or something like that that they kind of just have a look about them, or you know, mocking. Monkey Mary says expression of mocking, irreverence, and sarcasm. Yeah, that's good. Sarcasm with an edge, and maybe a little truth, says Kathy. Yep, I agree. And as Janet would say, she's good at it. Okay. Hey, Mary. How are you? Nice to see you. Did you get any rest today? You were on this morning, were you not? I fell asleep. I saw you were on and then I fell asleep. I woke up around 4:30 this morning. Who knows why? And then I was awake for a couple of hours and then I saw that you were on and put you on and then promptly fell asleep. Okay, what does Dana say there? Diane Reevely has snarky stamps and Tim Holtz has a snarky word pad. Thank you. Okay, great. That's good to know. All right. Oh no, no, no. I'm not talented enough to be snarky, I don't think. I don't think I am. I'm wondering if I want to glue something else down before I would stamp on there. Let's just see. I have a trick or treat bag. That's probably something I can use. Look, this is a bag. I can use that for a pocket. I should start storing stuff in here. This has an address on it, but see, I can take apart what's in there and get on with it. I just want to decorate it a little bit. Oh, my neighbor and I were okay. My neighbor who's 94, her daughter-in-law, she would love to have, a close relationship with her daughter-in-law, but her daughter-in-law just doesn't seem interested for whatever reason. I don't know. I haven't, you know, I don't really know these people. I certainly don't know her family. I just know her. And so I'm only hearing her side of the story, which I understand all that. But I've also lived not next to her. She's down a couple of houses, but we've also been friends since she moved in, which has been about, gosh, I think 7 or 8 years. So as they say, the proof is in the pudding, right? And just, you know, doesn't seem like the daughter-in-law is interested. So, okay, Sherry's currently working on her junk journal for January. Wonderful. So, um, she has done some things in the past that the daughter-in-law, or she'll bellyache about something, and then Betty and I will kind of not really complain, but like we just say, "Oh, bless her little heart," you know. It's just the way it is sometimes. I haven't done anything in not my everyday journal for about a week. Oh, so Cage Fish has okay. Barbara's got to go do her domestic goddess duties. Wonder if she wears an apron when she does them. Well, we'll have to ask. She said she might be back. Oh, yeah. Well, sometimes personalities are for whatever reason, and there's two sides to every story. Um, I wasn't close to my mother-in-law. We were very different. Um, but see, my friend, she was close to her mother-in-law, even her like her ex-mother-in-law, because once she divorced her husband, she stayed close to the mother-in-law. Um, Not everybody can do that, not everybody can do that. But that's how she was, so she expects that from other people, and that's just not always easy, you know. But sometimes you got to talk those things out if you desire it to be different, and that's a hard thing to do too. So there you have it. I'm just rooting for some other things that might look cool on my cover. And then I could always add bits as I go, right? So maybe I'll just put some, I think I want to do some stamping. Look at this cool piece of paper. Judy said, my ex-husband's mom was a wonderful woman and she loved her very much. She passed away. Ah, I miss her. She was good and kind. Sometimes, I mean, you're not going to gel with everybody, right? This? Kellyanne. I love green. Green is my fave. Always my fave. Now this is going to have a little bit of a wraparound, so maybe I want that here. I'm just kind of making a mishmash. And then I'm going to get out my script stamp. I just love script. Hi, Jean. It's nice to see you. Good evening. My biggest complaint about my mother-in-law was that she didn't listen, and that bothered me. Now, of course, I was old enough to know better, but I was much younger than of course, that I am now. But I don't have too many patience for people that don't listen. Kids, that's one thing, they're learning, but when you're an adult and you don't listen, especially if you ask the question, like, what do you want, or what do you want done here? And then you tell the person, and then they do the exact opposite. That just kind of make me a little crazy. I'm wondering. I think I am. So far, everything's sticking down pretty good. I'm not sure I'm getting right to the very edge. But I'm just looking for my pin because I think my nozzle is starting to let's get another pin. Wonder how it would be if I put a little bit of, ooh, let's do this. Oh yeah, see, it's starting to clog up a little bit. Let me get out my jelly plate again. And let me put, see, I'm getting myself crowded in here again. You guys can see it. If you guys start to get to a point where you can't see what I'm doing, just do the capital letters. I'm not sure if is Marty still here? I'm not knowing if I have a mod. I think Marty's still here. Yeah, there she is. I don't know. I don't know what I said, Marty. Sometimes I think me talk too much about my mother-in-law or about what I'm doing here. I'm going to brayer some paint around. Ooh. And I'm kind of liking, all right, I'm going to put a little bit of purple. This is Ceram Coat. Purple Passion. Oh, look, I shook it with the lid open and there's some on there. That I have to clean that top off. I want this to be, Marty's being snarky. I find that very hard to believe. Very hard to believe. Oh yes, please. I don't really want to go over my little black and copper flower. Purple and green. I love purple and green together. And sometimes with a little blue. So did anybody have a favorite stream? Like I said, I didn't see everybody. Of course, I caught some of Devin's. Oh my gosh. First of all, those stencils she was using were really cool. I got to check into that. And doing the inks. Of course, I'm mesmerized by the jelly plate. And I'm really not very good at it. Yeah, me too, Malia. Me too. Okay, maybe I'm going to add a little bit of blue. Let me see. This is a tropical blue. So I'm going to add a little bit of this. Oh, you did good, Judy. Yeah, I was going to try to. Hi, Janet. Nice to see you. I was going to try. Remember last year, when Mary said, she was going to try to get into each stream, but it was so hard. And I thought, yeah, that would be a great thing to do if you could do it. But I just couldn't with. And then our daughter and her family. I got to be honest with you. When my daughter calls and says, "Mom, we want to come over," guess what? Everything else gets put on the back burner because we don't really see them that often. And so if they're willing to come over, and especially if they want to stay overnight with the kids and all, yeah, Lori just puts everything on the back burner. Kellyanne Janet Nash, that was one of her favorites. I'm guessing that's what she means. Reminds me of Mrs. Beasley, a doll, so positive and friendly. Janet is a sweetheart for sure. For sure. I almost got to meet her in person. Okay, so I've got a little bit of a white spot there I'm not crazy about, but I'm going to use my dryer. Mary, you might want to hold your ears for a minute. This is going to take a minute. I mean, I talk to my son almost every day. Gabby, how rude. I don't blame him with the sound of his voice. I keep my earbud candy now because my husband will say, "Do you really have to listen to that now?" Okay. All right, so once I dry this up, I'm going to get out my stamp for real. I'm going to put something down here. So, I mean, really, most nights I complain to my sisters about what my husband watches on TV. he grew up in a family where his parents were older. His brother was 10 years older than him, his sister 5 years older than him. And, like, when my husband was, I think, 8 years old, his brother went in the Navy, you know? And, so, like, he doesn't remember even living at home with his brother because they were, his brother was 18. He was off to the Navy. So, uh, his life was just very different. But his parents would put the TV on as soon as they opened their eyes in the morning. My family was not like that. And sometimes I think he just watches it because it's there. But some of these, I'm sorry, okay, I'm just going to be honest with you if I can for a minute. Well, I always try to be honest with you. But to tell you the truth, I think I could be a critic. Okay. I think I'm a very good um, judge of talent, of, acting talent and so forth. Just saying. Okay, Chris is going to be right back. Okay, Chris. And oh, Mary said she woke up and she watched Serenity Studio Art, and I kept up with her prompts using. Cool. That's cool. And some of these movies, they're just terrible. They're just terrible. And there's no talk about nothing new under the sun. I mean, all the storylines are the same. I mean, they make me crazy. I'm sorry, they just make me crazy. They just do. All right, now let's see. Very fine. I believe I can stamp with that, not have any issues. Issues. Now, I've got a couple of these. That's a Stampin' Up! French. Let me see if I can find. I have one that I cut apart. But I don't know. That one always seems to go missing. I guess I use it too much. But I don't see that here. So let me just use this one. Get me crack-a-lacking on that. I know, right? They're bad, bad, bad. Oh. But it has to be like mega bad for him to turn it off, really. But I'm usually coloring, drawing, crocheting, knitting, whatever. So I'm not really paying attention. And then he tries to be helpful to tell me, see, this is my prompt page. The scavenger hunt things, or whatever you call them. I guess you could call them prompts. No one's like Michael J. Fox. He was a good guy, good actor for sure. And then he'll say to me, and he starts explaining something about, oh, I said something about modding. Yeah, I just said I didn't know if I had any mods still here, Marty, and I thought maybe you were still here. And then I saw you, so yeah. But why I said, look, that didn't even make an impression. Oh, that's not good. Well, it looks like a little Oriental writing. You can't even see that. And I keep telling them, I'm not listening to this. This is hard. This is horrible. I don't even know what I was saying that I needed a mod for, because okay, Kathy, I'd have to go out to YouTube. Right now I think why okay, so who can tell me why is my stamp not really stamping on this? It's just paint. And just so, I mean, you can see it a little bit there, which is, you know, it looks okay. Maybe because I have this spine here and it's not, let me go on the edge. Let me go on the edge. Maybe this just isn't as juicy as I thought it was. I could put a little more on there, a little, Kellyanne said her printer is out of ink and she needs to register her vehicle with only enough money for one or the other. I was just going to say, depends on if you have to go somewhere. Hey, Julie. Ink, ink. I'm using Very Fine. Is that what it's called? Very Fine black ink. Versifine? Versifine. Versifine oxide black. Yeah, my paint's dry. I feel like I'm pressing down. This might be on its way out. It might be that there's not much ink in there. Ink-a-dink. Let's see. Yeah, if you register online, you still have to pay. That's a little better. All right, let's see. Where's my other little? I have, I don't think, but you know, once I get the cover done, I probably am not going to be slapping a lot of other stuff on it. I have some stays on, but I don't know that that's any juicier, but I can try it. Oh, and have any of you guys ever tried any of this stuff? This brand, it's called Dewdrop. Sorry for the glare. Yeah, that ink pad might be getting a little light on ink. Yeah, it's not even showing up for real. This is Platinum Dewdrop Brilliance. Oh, that's true too, Julie. Here's another one. This is Gold, Galaxy Gold. Stand on the stamp. You know what? I wish I could. Look at this one. This is, I think, a copper. I might try some of these to add a little, like, I know. Why are you fussing around so much with this cover? Well, one, because I can. Two, because I like it. I like to. I like to do it. If I could find my, see, I have one of these I cut in half. See, and then I could do what Julie is saying. It would be more flexible. But see, Lori doesn't always put everything away. Sometimes her just froze it. And she froze it where she don't remember. Yeah, that's definitely MIA. Definitely, definitely. I like the script so much. I can't tell you. Okay, let's see here. Let's see if this is any juicier. I'm going to try some of these. These, I'm sure these aren't archival. I think I got these in like a mixed bag or something with other stuff I bought. Okay, so which way do I go? Which way do I go? I don't think this is any juicier. And I don't have, like, I got re-inkers for my other Stays On colors, but I found a halfway decent price, but they didn't have any black in stock. They only had some of the other colors, which I could use some of the other colors, methinks. Oh, it's a little better. I don't want to, see, I don't want to put different ink on there than what I know what, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to put Tim Holtz ink on that stamp pad. I want to leave it stays on. Let me try this one. This one is a Distress, Ranger Distress. And if it's not juicy, I can add more to this. There's Diane. She has an idea, waving from the bleachers. Go, 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 Diane. We want to know what you're thinking. Supper's ready. Okay, Kath's going to be right back. Inquiring minds want to know. Chris is back. Welcome back, Chris. Stamp the pad really well and lay it face up on, oh, and then press the, okay, good idea. Yeah, because it still looks really kind of shiny and wet. Turn your journal over. Okay, great idea. Do, 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 do. Just got to rearrange a few things here because I got my little wheelie thing there. Because I just used this and I thought it was pretty juicy. Okay. Let me fold this in. All right, so I'm going to go back to this other one because I think I have done this before, but I always forget to do this. See, when it goes on there, it looks like it's pretty good. I was thinking about putting a stamp pad underneath, but see, I've got all those pages. All right, let's try. Pam's almost got her supper's almost ready. Marty's going to be right back. Much better. Thank you, Diane. That's much better. I'm going to put some on this side. Whoop, whoop, whoop. All right. Oh. Kellyanne's going to order Chinese. Yum. Nettie had quesadillas. We had leftover New Year's Day dinner. Okay, I'm going to tilt it this way because I got stuff all in my way. Mitzi said that's what they did. They ordered Chinese. Yeah, you were right, Julie. That's a little, see, at least you can see it. I have to get a, let's see, I'm going to do this corner. Great minds think alike. Okay. Do, 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 do. She's a genius, that Diane. Woo, woo, woo. Okay, I'm going to put a little bit there. Let me see. It helped quite a bit. Thank you, thank you. Okay. Let's see, I get another little spot. All right, now I'm going to try to use some of this gold stuff. No, you are not. Taco Bell. Oh my gosh, it's one of my favorite places. In our area, I don't know if it's everywhere, but in our area, they stopped doing the taco salad. Ugh, that ruined, that crushed me. Crushed me. That was one of my favorite things to eat, was the salad. These people do not know what they do to us. Okay, so now I'm going to try to use a couple of these. Maybe I'll put some little like flowers, or let's see what I have here in the drawer. I want to use something small. Oh, I wonder if I could get, oh, I love this swirl. I love the swirl. That's not my best swirl, but maybe the best I have right here. Yeah, I think I'm just picking out of what I keep. Oh, I love this little one too. This is a little, I know in your area too, Mary, they don't, like, what are they thinking? All right, let's see. Let's see what the, oh, well, that's juicy. That's juicy, huh? These are like dandelions that have gone to seed. Let's see if oh, and it kind of matches that copper that I have there on that. Let's see if I can I'm going to try it this way because this is smaller. Hi, Kathy D. Nice to see you. So I'm just trying to create really kind of a, mishmash of a background. If I can hold on to the little stamp. Now, I'm wondering if I should just, because I want to put maybe scavenger hunt. Should I do that on a, that's still wet. I wonder if I should do it, say, like on a piece of tissue paper. I'm trying to think if I have any. You know how we had those old-timey stencils with letters that were terrible? I was thinking if I had something like that. Where I could put it on paper and then I could either color it in or use paint and fill it in to make the letters that I want. I don't like my printing or my writing. And I'm thinking I want it on something to kind of make it stand out a little bit, not just. I'm kind of liking this though, I gotta tell you. Kind of liking it. Okay. I'm going to heat gun this just a little bit because it's still a little juicy. These are really juicy. I have no idea how long I've had these. I love buying bags of stuff, like at Goodwill. It is expensive to go out and eat, especially when you have a large family, you know? All right, so this is kind of a cool stamp too. Let's see, I'm thinking gold. Maybe I could put a little bit of this. Let's see how the gold works. Oh gosh, guys, that looks juicy too. Look. Oh yeah. Let's see. These have like little stitch marks, which I think are adorable. Connects I don't know if it's going to stand out all that much on, because I have so much going on here. Yeah. Yeah, prices have gone way up. Absolutely. Well, you can see it maybe a little bit. But that's all right. It all just helps to round it out. Yeah, one order of Chinese food lasts me 6 meals. Yeah, that's great when you can do that. You know, like if I go to Wawa and get one of my turkey meals, of course they don't have them now. They have them like around the end of October, beginning of November. I just love their turkey dinner. And it's gone up. It used to be like $4. This year it was last year I think it was 5. This year it was 9. But for me it's at least 2 meals. So if you think about it that way, you know, you can kind of justify it. Yeah, we never we never bought lunch at school. We always took our lunch. But that's a hassle too. I hated packing lunches. Hated packing lunches. Okay. This is looking pretty cute. This is looking pretty cute, I have to say. Admiring your own work is just rather rude, I think. It's kind of rude. All right, so I've got my little swirl left, so I'm thinking, ooh, that one looks good. I don't know if you guys can see it. Look, it wasn't dry on the other side. Let's see. Let's see what the silver looks like. Why not? Okay, any ideas about, you know what I have? I have, I think I know where it is too. What's her name? I'm pretty sure it's Jane Davenport. She has washi tape that's white. That's just plain white. Whoa, look how juicy that is. I just had another thought. Hold on. Oh my gosh. Now I'm getting out of see. I'm getting out of control here. Getting out of control. Okay. Embossing glazes. Embossing glazes. Okay. It's so juicy. I'm wondering if I can get this to emboss. Hold on. Let me grab a couple. Well, let me get my little bin. Now, if I used regular embossing powder, it would show up more, but I don't know that I really want to do that. Let's see. Okay. All right, you guys are talking food. Okay. Hi, Janice. Janice says snark equals, isn't plain white tape just from your fur? Very clever. No, it is not. I had, I think, 3 rolls of it, different sizes. I haven't ever used any of it. It came in some kind of a kit. Look, my sister gave me this for Christmas. Wilted violet. So this is a new color. Look at this. Ooh, 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 ooh. This one is wild honey. And I got picked raspberry. All right, I'm going to try. Okay, now I just have to try to calm down a minute. Calm down, calm down. Okay. right, this is my schedule from the hop. I'm going to use this to catch my little bits. I'm going to, gosh, I wonder if this one, maybe I'm going to try the wild honey. Now I want to put scavenger hunt, I think, down this way, but that will be narrow and hunt can come down here. So I'm going to try right here with the swirl. So I want to be prepared. All right, so I'm going to try the wild honey. Now I have wild honey, I think, in one of the alcohol inks or something. It's really not that, it's not that color. But holy moly. Now I got to go quick because this has to stay juicy for the powder to stick. Oh, I hope it works. I hope it works. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. How crazy is that color? Oh no. Look, you probably can't tell, but right up here, some of this gold ink was still wet. Can you believe that? Can you really believe that? I just would never have thought that would still be wet. So I'm taking a brush and I'm just scooping off that extra. Now, if you do that, you have to be, welcome back, Marty. If you do that, you have to be real careful. See, now that looks okay, but I've got a little bit of extra. Read all about it. Okay, I'm going to get a little round brush here. If I had to, I could brush this all off and re-ink. Let's see, my little swirl, for whatever reason, I think it was so juicy it got in the cracks of the stamp. You gotta be careful of those stamp cracks, okay? All right, so my 4-year-old grandson, we had red cherries. Well, not red cherries, black cherries my husband picked up at Produce Junction. The grandkids love them, especially our grandson. So he's 4. So I get the cherries out, and we were having those, I think, with breakfast. So he picks up a cherry. You all know what the cherries look like, right? They got the stem, and you know how they're shaped. Well, he gets it, and he says, they call me Amma. He says, Amma, look at this. It looks like a hiney. And his mother, his mother, our daughter, gives him the eyes. And he looks at me. This kid is so cute. He looks at me, and I said, yep, looks like a cherry butt. Well, he almost fell off his chair. A cherry butt. She said cherry butt. I love them. Okay, heat gun. Let's see. Just the normal boy. Yeah. Oh. Okay, Chris. Okay. Thanks for helping your dad. You have a good evening too. We'll see you soon, Chris. So that looks pretty good. See, now it's a glaze. It's not an embossing powder, so it's transparent, right? And I love the glazes. Now let's try one. Maybe not so. Let's see, that's still wet. So that's really juicy. I got a lot of purple down here, but I think I'm going to try. Of course, I have other colors, but I don't know that I want. I think I want to. I don't really have. I have a green, but it's a forest green. I'm not sure I want to go that dark. It doesn't really matter, does it? I think I want to try my purple. I haven't used these yet. I just got them at Christmas, and I haven't used them. All right, so I'm going to re-ink my swirl again. This is probably not I have other swirls that are better, but you know, Lori's just always in a big hurry, so God forbid we take our time and look for what we want. I'm a struggle. All right, I really want to get this juiced up. But see, I got ink down in those cracks. This is probably not. I should have put this on a block. Okay, let's go right here. We'll do the swirl. Ooh, that looks good. Oh my gosh. I might need a moment if this turns out. Just saying. Might need a moment. Ooh. Oh no, it looks pretty good. It's hard to tell. I'm trying to see if I have any. I don't think there's anything in between here. Oops. Yeah, I ruined that. Man, you gotta, you know, Laura, you just gotta be touching it. Gotta be touching it. Gotta get these little bits back in the jar. Okay. All right. It's not going to be perfect, but that's okie dokie. Marty. Okay, I'm going to heat up my gun. Here we go. Here we go. You guys see it? It's really cool because it's see-through, so you can see all what you put underneath of it, but yet you just get a little bit of something else. I really like it. I love it. Kellyanne's back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Kathy said, I took my powder up north, but my clear and ink pad. Why, oh why? Oh, so you're saying your clear ink pad is in Florida, but all your embossing powder is up north. I'm thinking that's what you're saying. All right, Kellyanne, I'm sorry. I just have to know. What did you order? I'm so freaking nosy. All right, let me see if I can grab the that tape, my first aid tape. My first aid tape. Here it is. And it doesn't have to be the whole length of the book either, right? Okay, Kellyanne says, I ordered beef teriyaki, vegetable, lo mein, shrimp and veggies and garlic sauce and 3 egg rolls. Girl, you're going to be eating good all week. Woo, woo, woo. Sounds delish. Okay, so this is the plain washi. All right, so I think what I want to do, that's 6 meals for $30, basically $30. Yeah, you can't beat that with a stick. I had egg foo young when I was young and single. I worked for the district attorneys. Oh, look, that it kind of came. All right, so I'm going to tear it right there for the district attorney's office. And I was working I think I was working a homicide case. I was a secretary, and it was in the one township, and one of the police officers took a couple of us out to eat for lunch, get a break, and I was like, well, maybe I'll order something I never would want to order and pay for myself, but he's paying, so let me order it. So I ordered the egg foo young, and I didn't really care for it. I mean, but that was a long time ago. So I mean, I haven't tried it since then, really. Okay, I'm going to ink the edges of this a little with my oxide. Yeah, I'm not liking that so much. I got to tell you. Let me come in a little bit more. I'm just holding it on the circle that was in the center, just so I have a little stability. Yeah, interesting and sad, you know. We had a special unit, one of the detectives that I worked with created, and we had a couple, we called it the atrocious crimes unit, and we had a couple representatives, detectives from each department. Yeah, it's got paper. Yeah, I'll peel that paper off, Julie. And it's real, it's like a matte finish. I'm going to try not to be too anal about printing my words on here. It'll be hard for me. Hard for me. I think I want to tear it here because I think I want it to, I don't want to cover that up. I really like that part of, I like that paper. So if I just put scavenger here, I could put hunt this way, or I could do scavenger hunt. Okay, let's have a vote. Let's see. All right, so I'm going to do my letters in black. I'm just going to use a Sharpie marker so it's heavier. S, where's my scavenger thing? Marty said, for once I'm listening, and Lori skips the rest of the story. Reminders. Yeah, so we had like 2 detectives from each township, and there were several townships in the county. And so if a murder occurred, say like in the township where I lived in a township called Bensalem. So if there was a murder in Bensalem, um, the Bensalem police would set up, sometimes it was a trailer on their property. They would get a trailer so we could work out of the trailer, and each of the 2 police officers from each township were called, and we would all meet at one location, and all the guys would get their assignments and go out and start the investigation, because the first 48 hours are the most important. And so they would all get their assignments and go out and start interviewing people, and then the police department would set me up with, a telephone and typewriter and a printer that I could use. Okay, Nettie, it was nice to see you. Have a good evening. You take care. We'll see you soon. And I missed something. Julie said something about see-through. No, I was a secretary. I worked for the county detectives, which was part of the district attorney's office in my county. And I was a secretary. There were 2 of us, and I was the one chosen to be the atrocious crimes unit secretary. Different to the rough one I have. I guess she's talking washi tape. And yeah, so it was just me and a bunch of men. Heaven on earth. Sorry. I was single at the time. And like one night, I was still living at home. Usually it wasn't a van, it was a trailer. It wasn't like the movies. A lot of times we would be in a room or have a couple of rooms to use in the police department. But if it was a small police department, um, they would rent a trailer, like a small, eh, it didn't even, the one trailer that we were in didn't even have like a bathroom. I'd have to go into the police station to use the facilities. But it would have electric, and they would have a room where if they had to bring anybody in to interview, they would have privacy to go in and interview. And I always had a telephone and a typewriter. We used typewriters back then, not computers. That's how long ago it was. One time, I got a call at like 3 o'clock in the morning, and my dad was not happy. I had to go to that time we were going to state police. You're going at 3 o'clock in the morning? I said, Dad, I'm fine. I'm going to meet a bunch of police officers. I'll be fine. I said, there'll be police officers there with me. Oh, all right. My dad was not happy. Well, I guess everybody does it different. But all right, so I want to look at this because I need to know. Okay, scavenger. I want to see how many. I mean, they were all sad cases to some degree because somebody was murdered. But one of the saddest ones, she was like, I don't know, like she was 16 to 18 years old. Girl was stabbed in the parking lot in one of the local malls, and they never found her. We never found her murderer. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 letters has scavenger. But there also was a murder in the township that I lived in, and a whole family was murdered, and a family friend was murdered. 2 of the family members weren't murdered because one of them was in jail and one of them was, I forgot where the other one was, but they weren't home. Otherwise, they would have been murdered too. And I think it was around a holiday or something because they were all in the house together and they had I guess the one family member was her boyfriend was there. Yeah. And it was the fellow that did it was a neighbor who the boys, think mostly the ones that were in, I think maybe they were both in jail, had teased him beyond imagination, and he couldn't take it anymore. Anyway, we'll stop there. Okay, scavenger has 9, right? So if I want, which one is the center letter? See, this is where I get so anal. This is where, okay, I'm trying to find a word for the year, and I don't want to be so uptight. I didn't always work for the county detectives. I was in that office for 12 years. I was there until I was pregnant with my daughter, and that was about 12 years. And for the first 6 years, I worked for the county detectives. And the second 6, okay, Kellyanne, I worked for the attorneys. So then I switched to the other side of the office and worked for the district attorneys. So that was interesting too. But that was mostly like typing briefs and stuff like that. That was I didn't go out on the field or anything. Hey, Ange, welcome back. All right, so I'm trying to find a word that I can use for the year that see, I think me and my art a lot. I'm too uptight. I draw, everything has to be so precise and all that jazz, right? So I want to like loosen up a little bit, but I can't if I say loose or loosen up and that's just the word I use, that can give you a different impression. So I don't really want that. Hi, Candy. So I'm trying to think of a word like unrestricted, but see, that can give you a different, I don't know. Anyway, so this is where I would be uptight trying to Poetic Angel art by Angela Bassett. Oh, chill. Chill might work. Now, are you the Angie Bassett that we see at the virtual craft vendors market? Relax. Yeah, we were talking about this in Susan Taylor Brown's one of her recent Angie said my word for I guess you mean 2023 is yes. Hi, Angie. Is bad. Unfettered. Ooh, Janice, that's a cool word. All right, I'm just gonna, you know what? I can get another piece if I don't really like this. So I'm gonna try to just this is all right. I want to spell it right too. Oh, SCAVSCAV. I'm not gonna have enough room. Mm, ENGER. ENGER. It's gonna have to do. Thank you, Mitzi. I should have started up further. See, I'm a little short down there, but I am I'm gonna let it go. Now let me ink the top of this. Let me ink-a-dink the top and ink-a-dink the bottom. Mary said her word is tolerate. Cool. That is a good word. Oh, for last year. Yeah. Hopefully this year will be better, right, Ange? Okay, now I just gotta get, if this doesn't, there we go. See, look. I'm thinking I'm going to need, because I got other jazz on here, it doesn't feel that sticky, so I'm going to add some extra glue. Hopeful, is that your word? Oh, yeah. Candy's saying her word is hopeful. No, you don't have to have a word. Some people find it helpful. Like Janet Nash was saying, her word is, what was Janet's word this morning, girls? I know she said serendipity, but I don't know if that was her word or she was just saying it was a good word. Some people use a phrase too. I've never done it before. Acceptance is a good word. Angie has one. Hers is anew. That's also good. There's so many good ones, right? All right. Now, do I want scavenger hunt or do I want scavenger hunt? Free. I was thinking free spirit, but that's also gives a different kind of a meaning to what I'm meaning. Kathy said she's never had a word. Maybe need to let someone else think of it. Set boundaries. Maybe I need a word. Maybe my word needs to be boundary free. I kind of like the on front, but I don't know how I would do that. There is beauty in simplicity for sure. Jean says simplicity. Is that your word, Jean? I like boundaries, Marty. Boundary free is 2 words. Well, maybe I just need to go 2 words and not be so anal about it. Monkey says she thinks the great phrase is be right back. It is. Uh, so what's Caged Fish doing? She's got some kind of project going on? Okay, here we go. We're going to stretch my Bucky Ann's Creations, and I know that's not your name. Kelly's back. Angie said her word is it's mushroom. G3 is in the house. Hi, Brenda. Angie, you crack me up. Oh, rub it in, Kelly, and thanks a bunch. Oh. Okay, somebody help me with Bucky Ann's name. I'm not remembering. I'm sorry, Bucky Ann. I'm not remembering. Okay, I'm going to do it this way. Okay, I've started your challenge last night through Becca. Patty Ann. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that, Patty Ann. Thanks. Thanks, Candy. There's Zena. Hi, Zena. Hey, how was your New Year's? You were singing somewhere, weren't you? How'd that go? I think you were. I think you were. Okay. See, I forgot to put the struggle, struggle, struggle. All right, let's do hunt. Oh, I think I just put my arm in the hunt. Hunt. Does Zena have a birthday? There were a couple other birthdays. Malia had a birthday, right? Malia had a birthday. And somebody else had a birthday. Was it Nettie? Laura came on today? Oh man, I gotta find out her name because I don't have, yeah, I don't have her. I'm not subbed to her new channel either, I guess. Hmm. Okay, here we go. Oh, I want to add a little more glue. Yeah, Angie had a birthday on the 27th, but I mean over the weekend. Or, closer to the weekend, I think. Her name is Laura. Let me go double check. Yes, she was on. Oh, you said, oh, Asbury Park. That's right next to one of my favorite places, Ocean Grove. Bradley Beach, Ocean Grove. Nice. I think Malia had a birthday. Malia was here earlier. I don't know if she's still here. Right, Malia? You had a birthday, didn't you? Because she was saying she wanted more cake. You were talking about cake, I remember. Okay, that got really juicy. I got too much on there. Where's my wipe? Yep, it's just Laura. Cool. Okay. All right. I think I'm going to call that done, huh? So now there's a lot of things here, 100 things that you're supposed to work on and do in your scavenger hunt. Oh, I should put the year. Girls, I should put the year. 2022. I mean, 2023. This is kind of looking like a ransom note. Gosh, some of these things I just can't even create an emoji. I just can't even imagine. I cannot even imagine how I'm going to do that. I like the scuff marks on there. Okay. Let's see. Who is the infamous Laura? I'm assuming it's Laura Sullivan, but I could be wrong. The Jersey Crafter. Yeah, that's Laura Sullivan. Good question, Marty. That was a good question. Yeah. Yeah. She did amazing, amazing journal pages. Really. Okay, let's wipe up a little bit of that jazz. Yeah, it's Janet Young's challenge. Probably a lot of us are doing it. I haven't attempted to do it for quite a few years. What the heck did I get? Oh, that's my gesso down there. Okay, so I'm going to put the year on this. 20. Don't let me get it wrong. 20. 23. It's a little too long. A little too long. Yes, Janet Young, who brought in the new year for the last at least 6 years, we're guessing, right? she puts together a list of items for you to use in a journal, and she calls it a scavenger hunt because it's nothing that you have to go out and buy. It's all stuff you should either have around the house or, you know, trash. Look, I almost put it on upside down. So, Kellyanne, we're going to put you in the mushroom with Ange if you don't knock it off with that there Chinese food. Do you see this, girls? Oh my God, this is so good. So yummy. Stinker. Okay. All right. So now that I've wasted enough time on this, I'm all set. So let's do something inside. Now, I don't think you have to do the pages. There's no rules. It's just to have fun. So you don't have to, go in order of your pages. Now, see, I thought I had glued all these down, but apparently I didn't. See, now this one's attached. I don't think you want to watch me glue these. And you know what? All I'm going to do is, now these pages are really slick. This was a travel brochure type of thing. And I just love the way the pages felt. So I'm just gonna go like this, kind of haphazardly. I don't want to tear them because I just see I have a rough edge here. I'm not sure I want a rough edge for the whole book. So I'll probably sit in front of the TV and do that. But this one seems to be down pretty good, except for right there. Gosh, I could make this a pocket. Come on, look, I can make it a pocket, right? That's one of the things. I mean, I've got Peggy's pocket, but I can make a whole page a pocket. So you don't have to go in order. You can use several of the prompts together. Yeah, see there. Okay. It's come undone. Do 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 do. So I'm going to glue from here down. Now, like I've said many times before, I don't use enough glue stick. Some people really like it. I have not had too much success with it. Now, I probably, before I glued that down, should have done something with this here, y'all. Struggle, struggle, struggle. All right, I saw some stuff over here. I'm going to see if I can re-find it. I could have a page of pockets. All right, this is just some. Oh, look at this tool paper. I just want to make sure that I don't have plans for this elsewhere. I think I got this from Dee Dee. I think I won something and then she stuck other stuff in here, maybe. That's wallpaper. But this kind of looks cool. Yeah, I hate to measure. I should measure. Let me get my cutter. I'm going to get my cutter. My little cutter. So if you want to be entered in, and you don't have to, but if you want to be entered in the giveaway for completing the scavenger hunt, you need to be done by April 1st. And then you just, on Instagram, tell Janet when you're done. I mean, one gal, did anybody listen to Janet stream New Year's Eve? One of the girls already had, I don't know, like 20 or 30 some prompts done. Not quite enough. Okay, Mary says, Lori or anyone, when you're rubbing the edges, do you use a regular wet ink pad? Everybody does that, but doesn't explain what they're doing. Oh, sure, Mary. I'll explain to you. I didn't think about that. We call it inking, and I don't always use the ink pad like I did just a little while ago. Sometimes I do that. There's different types of ink pads. This is an oxide versus an ink pad. That's a whole nother story. Oh, okay. Patty Ann's just starting. She's getting a soup label. Oh yeah, Kathy, you could have gotten a soup label from Kathy. I know she is a hoot, right, Kathy? Whoop. It's best not to drop them. Anyway, this is more of this fabric, you probably can't tell, but this fabric that he uses for his ink pads and his oxide pads is more dense and more like leather. These are great for stamping and some other things. I don't really particularly like it for doing the edges. I don't know why I did it tonight, but I did. Little stamp pad. No, that's the same kind. Sometimes if you go to Michael's or the dollar store, you will find ink pads that have a sponge. Guess what I just found? Really, Lori? Really, Lori? Let me see if I can find my cheap little. Some of the ink pads have, well, like this, like the gold one I was using and the copper. Where did I throw those? Where did I throw those babies? They're more of a sponge consistency, and to me, they ink very well the edge of a paper. Let me get the dark one. You'll be able to see better. She's come undone. Ow. I'm going to show you the difference. See this? Can you tell that looks like a sponge? That looks like a sponge. So when you ink your edges with a sponge, to me, you get a nicer, you can't really see this one. I'm trying to go in a little deeper. You can get it really a nice kind of a blended edge to me. Whereas with these harder ones, it's just more difficult. You can get it, but to me, it's a totally different look. But a lot of people ink with a blender, with a blending tool. And that's what we call this. You can find them in round, and you can find them in a rectangle. And this little spongy applicator sticks on with Velcro. Ugh, this one's really stuck. But the idea is you can peel these off and do different colors. Now, ideally, when you ink with the blending tool, you want to, let me move this out of the way. You can ink the way that I was just doing it with the stamp pad thing. And you can ink this way. I don't know if you can really see that. But ideally what you're supposed to do, I'm going to show you correctly if you is start out here and come in. and ink, and then that way you get a nice blend. Okay, inking 101. When you're rubbing the edges, do you use a regular wet ink pad? Yeah, this is what maybe you walked away. This is what I was saying. You use an ink pad, and if you can get a blending tool, you want to start out away from your piece and just start like swirling and come in. Yes, Kathy says she does it to get a vintage look. It helps us stand out the page for a different look. The other thing is, too, if you keep in mind when you're doing some kind of page, it brings your eyes, if you don't put anything around the edge, your eyes kind of don't know where to focus to me. I think that's how it works, though, really. If you put some kind of a border or inking or edging, it draws your eyes into what, you're working on. Well, I don't know what you mean from a wet ink pad. I mean, all the ink pads are wet. I don't know what you mean by a dry, wet versus dry. Not sure what you mean. Yeah, I like the vintage look too. Most of the ink pads that you'll find, whether it be a spongy or like a linen type surface, once they put the ink in there, it does soak down in, but it is, it is still wet. But it's not drippy wet. I don't know if that makes sense, but it's not drippy wet. Drippy, drippy, drippy. You're quite welcome. If you have any questions, see, I just don't want to assume, people don't know anything. So I'd really much rather you ask a question, and then myself or anybody in chat can help you. All right, I'm going to try to just take off a little smidge. A little bit more off the top. Okay, now let's see. I have I don't think I really have anything. It's still going to stick up a little bit. I'm going to take a little bit more off. I'll do a mini hunt. Mary says, is there a mini 25-page hunt? Just kidding. You know what, Mary? When you say mini, you could do a small, little book like this. See, so you're only dealing with a small page, and you can combine a couple of items on one page rather than having a page for each prompt. See, I don't have 100 pages in here. She's got 100 prompts on her list. I don't have 100. I'm not going to do 100. I'm going to double up, triple up some items and combine them just so you get them all in, right? Patty Ann says me too, so she's going to make a smaller one. If I find Laura's channel, I'll post it, but it might be hard. And Jana said yes, do many on one page. All right, so I can glue that in. So that makes a pocket. And then I had, where did I put the stuff? See, here's another pocket. This is the pocket Peggy sent me. Peggy Fitzmaurice made this pocket. Yes, Kellyanne said I do inking in all different colors just to match the colors in, you know, whatever page or project she's working on, not just vintage. And I think a lot of folks do that. I tend to lean mostly towards the vintage. Occasionally, I'll digress from that, but um, a lot of times I really do stick with just the vintage because that's what I like. See, everybody's different. That's what's great about it. You do what, you know, you want. Now, see, I could have really not glued that side down. That could have been another pocket. Gosh, that was silly. I did that too. Great minds. Yep. Yep. Right. No rules. Learn as you go. Watch different streamers, videos, and you'll get different ideas. Some will appeal to you, some won't, and that's all good. You know, that's all good. Good point. That's a good point, Patty M. Um, when I first started and I started to buy paper and I started to buy cardstock, and I would buy, say, black cardstock, and then I would tear it, the inside would be white. Well, I didn't like that. So, see, then I would ink because I didn't want those white edges. I don't buy that kind of paper anymore. I buy the kind that's black, you know, throughout, you know, all the way through. But sometimes there's paper you like and it's not going to be that way, right? It's not going to, now see, I'm going to ink the edge of this a little bit. Now I'm just going to glue this pocket down. So that's a good point. If you are a scrapbooker, and when I started out scrapbooking, and I really came to scrapbooking later in life, really. I just started scrapbooking, really, I think, just just when our daughter was married, 2013. And all right, I'm going to overlap that and put my pocket here. Now I want to see if I can find something I can put in my pocket that I have. Yeah, what did Jean say? Sometimes it's nice just to have company. Yes, Jean. I've often thought, wouldn't it be nice to open a room like Ann does? See, like on Thursdays, I stream Thursday mornings, and then afterwards, I'm hungry. I need to get something to eat, and then I need to call my neighbor, and then Kathy Arbor's on drawing, and I never seem to get into Ann's um, room to like craft with people. But sometimes it's nice just to have folks sit and listen to while you're doing whatever you like to do. All right, so I'm going to try to keep track of myself here. So I used the pocket. So now let's see if I can find a pocket. Oh, I know she has a pocket on here. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Candy or gum wrapper. Ooh, I think I have a gum wrapper. I think I have a candy. I have a candy wrapper out on the counter. I could put the candy wrapper in my pocket. Food packaging, postage, random postage. Okay, so Peggy had sent me some stuff, and she had sent me a while ago. Now, this has her address on it, but it also has a really cool postage stamp. I'm going to cut this out, and I'm going to put it on the front of my pocket. Do, 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 do. Ha 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 ha. See? So you'll find yourself, at least this is what I did the last time, you'll find yourself constantly thinking, and when you see something in the kitchen, or you might be running errands, and you'll see something and you'll say, oh, I can use that in my scavenger hunt book. See, and then you'll be taking stuff out of the trash bin. Huh? Oh, thank you, Marty. See, I never think to do that. That's great. She put in Kathy's channel. Thank you. That's good. That's good. All right, I'm going to put that little guy right there. Now, what else? Does she have anything on her list? Does anybody know that I could put on there? Like maybe she has a button. Maybe she has a button. Oh, I do love buttons. And Pam, if you could throw in Pam's channel. Oh, Patty Ann's channel. I don't know that I knew that, Patty Ann. I have to remember to check. Patty Ann's is what? Bucky Ann Creations. Okay. I might have known that and forgot. Great. Yes, Jean has one. Thank you, Marty. Okay. I think there might be a button on here. Of course, there doesn't have to be. You could add the button. All right. So where did I see stamp? See, it's not trash. That's true. Starts out as trash, ends up as art. Postage. All right, so I've got my postage one. And there's the white page. Junk mail. Add a pocket. There we go. So I added a pocket. I'm looking for button. I thought I saw button somewhere. But that could just be wishful thinking on my part. Penny Pudge has a... Oh, okay, cool. I didn't know that either. What's 64? Oh, number 64. Gosh, I'm so dense. I don't see a 64. Is that what you're saying? 64 is missing? Oh, they're going this way. Wait a minute. I'm looking up and down. Thanks, Mitz. Hold on. Hold on. Thank you, Mitzi. 64. Bhutan. Yep, 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 yep. Okay, and then I might want it to look cute. So I think I want to stamp something there. Guess what I'm going to stamp? Let's see if this works. I should have put a, see, and I wiggled. I should have put a thing down there. Shoulda, putta. Lori's not liking that now. I gotta find something to stick in there. All right, I've got these little Timmy words. Hey, Lisa. Hi. Nice to see you. Okay, let's see. Somebody had the word hope. Boop. These are all down at the bottom instead of at the top. Wonder. Winter. Peace. See, not all these are really Christmassy words. Like frosty and jingle. Somebody's word was believe. Who said their word was going to be believe? I forget who said that. Somebody, I think in something I was watching earlier. Cheer, wonder, magic. I think I like believe because it's longer. See, now the old Lori would just glue that down. But the new Lori is going to rip it. Rip it. I'm going to rip it and ink it. I don't have to rip the bottom because it's going to be hidden. But see, normally what I would have done if I was paying attention is I would have put paper in here so I didn't ink on my purple paper. So I'm going to put that in there like that. So my mom's always saying, honey, why don't you write yourself a note? I said, yeah, then you got to remember, number one, to look at the note. Number two, where you put the note. Huh? Yeah? Huh? You with me on that one? Yeah? Okay, now I was going to get after a button. Oh gosh, can I get to the buttons? This is a question. Oh, maybe I have a button floating around in here somewhere. Because I've got stuff stacked. Oh, look, girls, right there. I've got stuff stacked in front of my button drawer. My button drawer. I think this was my grandmother's. It's an old ashtray. It's got a big chunk missing here. My mom had it. She didn't want it, so I took it to hold little bits on my desk. All right, I like to have thread in my buttons. So let's find a piece of thread. Doesn't have to be big. Man, my hands got really grimy. I just put on a new set of nails too, bummer. Okay. Now, sometimes you might want to let the threads hang out the bottom of your button, or, you know, have them come out the top and knot them. I'm going to have it come out the top and knot. At least I think I am. I think I am. Number 8 says ransom note. I thought it was random. So a ransom note with letters cut out of a magazine demanding money, demanding anything. It could be demanding to do your ironing, if anybody still irons, or make breakfast, or rake leaves, or anything you want. It could be a random note to get Kellyanne's Chinese food. You still iron? Oh, Pam, you're an amazing woman. My husband still irons. Not much anymore because he retired, but up until then, he was still ironing his shirts. I did offer, okay, when we were first married, I did offer to iron. I don't do it right, so I was off the hook a long time ago ironing the shirts. Don't you hate when your scissors, my Timmy scissors are starting to, yeah, we try to find clothes that don't need to be ironed. Give me all your art supplies or else. Exactly, Patty Ann. There you go. Of course, I'm thinking of another movie thing where I think it was Legally Blonde. Now, I'm going to say a bad word. And the little blonde, what was her name? What is her name? That plays the part in Legally Blonde. Barbara's not here. Kellyanne's padlock on her door. Double, double padlock. Um, she's helping her nail, I think it's her nail salon friend to get her dog. Yeah, Reese. Thank you, Judy. Reese Witherspoon, and she's gonna help her friend, who's I think her nail salon girl, to get back her dog from this girl's ex. And she goes through, she's got the glasses on, I think, and she just go through all this mumbo jumbo. And the guy says something like, "What's that mean?" or something. And the hair salon girl says, "I'm taking the dog, dumbass." That could be another one. "I'm taking the art supplies." Okay. I love that. Love that line. Okay. So, see, now I got some of them done. I got a few of them done, right? And my book is longer. So, I really have room to do a couple other things on there. I don't know really what I'll do yet, but as I start gathering stuff, I could, add things on the bottom, right? I just realized this is a guy on a camel. Okay. This is something I asked my grandson, not my grandson, my son-in-law and my daughter yesterday. What do you call a camel with no humps? Anyone care to take a guess? My sisters and I, a couple years ago, we were taking a day trip down to the shore. It was a girls' day. We like to go to a Patty Ann's going to Kelly's to take her art supplies and her Chinese food. That's a double snark. Thirsty. Good guess. But we went to one of the shore points in Jersey. It's called Wildwood. And all of us are getting older. Pam says a llama. No, that is incorrect. But I thank you for playing along. I'll give you the answer in a minute. See if anybody else wants to guess. And so we're at the end of the line of the tram and we're getting on. And this older gentleman who kind of oversees things on the tram car starts talking to us. And he says to us, "What do you call a camel with no humps?" Well, we were making guesses like you were. Of course, we didn't come up with thirsty. I think that's pretty good. Um, and my friend Joyce, who is like a sister to me, she got it. This man looked at her and said, "I have been telling that joke for at least 2 or 3 years. Nobody's ever gotten it." He said, "Can I shake your hand?" You did, Patty Ann? So the tramp guy shook her hand And away we went. Any last guesses? It's not an elephant, Marty. What do you call a camel with no humps? Janice Glines, there you are. She's got it. Humphrey. Lisa got it. Humphrey, Humphrey. Oh, Lisa came in before Janice. I saw Janice's first. Humphrey. Well, this guy was blown away. He couldn't believe that Joyce guessed it. Anywho, that's my last story for the night. I'm going to cut out here, kids. Thanks so much for being with me this evening. Oh, your daughter used to dance in a competition and you stayed there for a week. Yeah, it's a nice shore. It's a nice shore. I remember, well, I'm saying I'm not going to tell any more stories, but I remember going down to Wildwood. Our children are only 14 months apart, so Humphrey. Yep. My granddaughter looked at us like Humphrey, and we had to explain to her it's a man's name. People used to be called Humphrey for their name. Oh, Wildwood has a very long beach. It takes you you have to walk quite far to get to the water. Other than that, it's really nice. You've never been to Wildwood, Candy? Yeah, it's nice. I like Ocean City better, but Wildwood's nice. Well, thanks for being here. I'm going to go get in my comfy chair and find something else to get into for the rest of the evening. Thanks so much for being here. Hope you all had a good day. And gosh, tomorrow's Tuesday. Yes, I was just saying, Cosino sang at Asbury Park, and Bradley Beach is right by there, right, Candy? You've got Asbury Park, and then you've got Ocean Grove and Bradley Beach, I think. Anywho, there'll be some of us on tomorrow for sure. I don't know. My brain's still a little fried. So yes, Happy New Year. Thanks for everyone being here and joining me this evening. I got to start to my scavenger hunt. And don't forget that is hashtag scavenger hunt 2023. Yes, so I got it right. Exactly. Okay, cool. I love Ocean Grove with all. Have you ever been there with all the tents? The tent city? And they've done a lot to, I mean, I haven't been to Asbury Park for a while, but with the last, gosh, I was working the last time I was there because we would go down for business retreats in Ocean Grove, and then we would walk into Asbury Park. Boy, they were really starting to fix it up. It looked nice. Well, you're welcome. It was fun to be here and have everybody come in. So, enjoy the rest of your evening, ladies, and I hope to see you somewhere. I'll be streaming again on Thursday morning. Hope to see you then. If you can join me, don't forget, take time to be creative and enjoy the journey. And I'll see you all soon. Bye bye.